Daz Dillinger has blasted Dr. Dre, and of course, it's over money. So let's go over the article. Daz Dillinger has put Dr. Dre on blast over alleged unpaid royalties for his work on The Chronic. The Dog Pound rapper who contributed rapping and production to the blockbuster 1992 album called out his former mentor on Instagram for not coughing up payments for his work. He said, "Happy 31st C-Day to The Chronic, Dr. Dre, but when can we receive our royalties? Are you or Interscope gonna rob us like that? Death Row Records 2024 and the guys from the past who ran it, straight bitches, fuck them. Remember, Daz copyright reversions law is filed. I want percent, not points. So y'all on a time limit for more years till it reverts. Back then, it's really like, fuck them. I ain't clearing shit up. I'm coming," he added. Sorry, it was hard to read that because he had like a bunch of Z's and put stuff together. And yeah, it's interesting. A lot of this stuff is interesting because years later, people talk like this. During, they don't. But years later, maybe because Dr. Dre hasn't worked with Daz, maybe in a while, maybe you feel some type of way because of that. But I always find it interesting why years later that people talk like this. When everything's going well, nobody has an issue with royalties, all this stuff. But when things start to decline, or these people, or there's no communication between the two people, all of a sudden there's issues. And I see it every single time. It's Lil Wayne, Birdman. When did all the issues start happening? When Wayne wasn't hot like that anymore, started to decline as an artist. Birdman and Wayne probably weren't talking, then boom, they clashed. Buck and 50. Buck wasn't as hot anymore. G-Unit as a label wasn't as hot anymore. They clashed, royalties, this and that. So a lot of this stuff I've noticed happens when it's not at the moment, the peak of the moment. It's usually when, either people aren't communicating with each other or time has passed significantly and people feel like, damn, I worked in this classic album. I'm seeing all these streams and numbers, but I'm not getting a check at all for anything that I did. So I don't know. Very interesting. I think, back then it's easy to say right now you should have made sure all your paperwork was right. But back then they were young, as a kid, especially in the 90s and 80s, like you don't have internet where a lot of information, where you can spread information. Back then it was just, hey, you either read a book and learn about this shit or somebody tells you about the shit. And either way, I doubt that was happening back then. So that's why a lot of artists back then were getting screwed on a lot of deals. Artists now are getting screwed on deals for sure. But now it's like if you get screwed on a deal, it's really on you because the internet literally can teach you everything that you want to know. So if you get screwed on a deal, that's all on you. There's no, you should be smarter by now. Like now our generation, there is no excuse because you have access to literally any and everything, any type of information you want. Right now, I could Google anything. I just Googled when the fuck do babies get out of diapers. In order to know that, I would have to either ask somebody or go get my ass a baby book and know about that, or have a kid of my own and just fucking guess whatever. So yeah, I think, you might have a point, there might be an issue there, but, I don't know if Dr. Dre will respond to this. Should he respond to this? Maybe Dre has paid him up. Maybe the royalties have been coming in, but just haven't been coming in high a lot. Like a lot of these artists expect, thinking that because, something hit 1 billion streams that all of a sudden they're supposed to get, $100,000 check. So yeah, I hope Dre at least talks to him because, Daz has been a huge contributor to Dre's career. So at least talk to him, say, hey, brother, this is the situation. This is the royalties, this is the percentage. That's what I would, listen, any deal I do, I am transparent. I will show every single number possible. And if you own a percentage, if I owe you this, I owe you that. I'm always been transparent. Hiding and just, pretending like whatever, like everything is going to be okay. No, that's not the way you do it. That's not the way I roll. So yeah, we'll keep our eye on this to see. Hopefully, Dre handles this behind the scenes.